Hey there everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and viewing my content. I really do appreciate that. So we're going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. The tickets recently went on sale and it looks like they're doing absolute gangbusters. I can't wait to see this movie, and based on the ticket sales, it looks like a lot of you guys can't wait to see either. So we're going to jump into this article, break down what's going on with the ticket sales, and talk a bit about the movie as well. So this article comes to us from comicflicknews.com, and the title is called Record-Breaking First Day Ticket Sales Propelled Deadpool and Wolverine Towards $100 Million Opening Weekend. I mean, this was almost a foregone conclusion. The epic scale and size and excitement and hype and whichever other buzzwords you want to use to describe this movie. I mean, $100 million weekend was all but kind of a given, to be honest. I mean, it's outpacing the sale of Deadpool 1 and 2, so it should have a bigger opening weekend than those two movies. But a lot of people were hoping that it's going to get to $200 million on its opening weekend. That's a big, big milestone to get to. Can it get there? And can it hit the $1 billion worldwide global box office after its box office run? That's the big question that everybody has on their minds. But anyway, like I said, let's have a breakdown and a read and see what's going on with the movie. So earlier today, we reported on a record-breaking first day of ticket sales for Deadpool and Wolverine. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the numbers suggest approximately 8 million to 9 million in pre-sales, which is kind of crazy. This movie is going to be huge, and I'm so kind of intrigued as to where the end of the box office is going to lie. Can it hit that $1 billion mark? I know I've already kind of talked about this, but you know, the other two Deadpool movies kind of got around the $800 million mark. So can this movie get to the $1 billion? It has Hugh Jackman. Deadpool is now in the MCU, so that's two big things going for it, plus all the cameos that are potentially going to be showing up as well. So can that add an extra 200 million onto the box office to get that 1 billion mark? That's the big question I have, and a lot of people have as well. So adding further context, Deadpool revealed that the movie has surpassed the 24-hour advanced ticket sales for both The Batman at 6.5 million and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at 6 million. These films eventually gross 134 million and 118.4 million, respectively, during their 3-day opening weekends. So if it's outpacing these two movies of Guardians of the Galaxy and The Batman, and those movies hit 134 and 118, then this film should be in excess of those two movies. So I think, personally, my prediction is that the opening weekend is going to be around the $150 million mark for the opening weekend. That's what I'm guessing. That's my prediction. But can it get, you know, northwards of that? More. But I think that it's going to land around about 150, 155 million if I had to guess. So from the Hollywood Handle, Deadpool and Wolverine earns the all-time best first-day ticket pre-sales at AMC for an R-rated film. Yeah, this is one of the things that might potentially be going against this movie getting to $1 billion. The fact that it's an R-rated movie. I mean, isn't the only R-rated movie in history to get to $1 billion and beyond is The Joker, I believe. So as an R-rated movie, can it get to $1 billion, or is that going to hold it back? But then again, like the positives that we've already talked about, you know, Hugh Jackman, we have Wolverine, we have the cameos from the Fox universe of X-Men, we have Deadpool now in the MCU. Can all these extras boost it to that 1 billion mark? We'll have to wait and see. So from Marvel Film News, a 200 million domestic opening weekend for Deadpool and Wolverine is possible based on the first 48 hours of ticket sales. I think 200 million is a bit too much of a high estimate for the opening box office weekend. Like I said, 150 to 155. Potentially 160, but around about that kind of mark, my prediction is based on. A lot of people like this are saying 200 million is a possibility. That's possibly going to be one of the biggest opening weekends for any movie, period. So I'm not sure it can get to there because it's an R-rated film, but you know, a lot of people are saying that it can, so only time's going to tell. So, given the impressive start, Deadpool and Wolverine is now eyeing a debut of well over 100 million in North America. Whether it will surpass the opening weekend records of Deadpool. Obviously, the first Deadpool, 132.4 million in its opening weekend, and Deadpool 2, 125 million, remains to be seen, especially in the current post-pandemic market. So it has to be 132 for the first Deadpool and 125 for the second Deadpool. So I think 150 is respectively quite good if it can get to there. But 200, I think is I think is a way big stretch. I think it's being way too optimistic. I know there's a lot of people out there that are falling into the hype and, you know, everything that's going on with this movie. And I think 200 is a bit too optimistic. But I could be proven wrong. And you never know. So, we come to this movie. I definitely come to this movie as a fan. Director Sean Levy recently said of the prequel. A fan of the X-Men movies and Deadpool movies. And so, this movie was definitely made with the love of being a fan. That's great to hear. When you're a fan, you're more invested emotionally into the story and what's going on. So, putting that across as a director obviously is a bonus. So, Wade Wilson and Logan are built to not get along right from the comic books forward. These are two characters who are really constructed in a way that's going to drive the other crazy, especially Logan. That's the thing that's going to be so great about this movie, just having these two characters who kind of get on each other's nerves and, you know, end up fighting amongst each other and just having a really fun on-screen chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. That's what people are paying for, and that's coming across in the marketing. They're building on the chemistry between those two characters in the marketing, which they're doing a fantastic job with. But yeah, seeing that chemistry between those two characters annoying each other, that's going to be the highlight of the movie for me. So he would really find Wade a pain in the ass. I think a lot of people would find him a pain in the ass if they had to spend any extended period of time with him. The relationship in this journey goes places that are unexpected. So it's audacious. There's sick action for sure, the filmmaker added. The relationship and the way the two-hander evolves will be surprising to people. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, they're going to have like respect and admiration for each other when all's said and done. And I think there's going to be like a big emotional payoff at the end where they finally look at each other and give each other the respect they kind of deserve from each other. So I think that would be a nice way to kind of end off the film. But we'll have to wait and see how their relationship evolves throughout Deadpool and Wolverine. So while you're here, check out the full version of the recently released still from Deadpool and Wolverine. The version now free of watermarks offers a clearer and more detailed look at the titular duo in the comic accurate MCU costumes. So yeah, this was the still that was recently released, and there's no watermark on it like it says, which is good. But as we can see from here, we can kind of see obviously Wade Wilson grabbing his face. It looks like he's shocked and surprised at something, whatever he's looking at. This could potentially be them two looking at a cameo from a Fox X-Men character. I mean, Wolverine's face looks kind of surprised, kind of like, who's that, or what's going on? Deadpool is shocked, and as we can see on the uniform here of Wolverine as well, he's got some gunshots to the chest, so he's just been in a fight by the look of it, or he's been in a fight earlier in the movie. Gunshots to the chest, and then when we look down at the abdomen area, he's got scratches, so it looks like someone with a claws or a sword, potentially after his fight with Deadpool. You know, obviously them two have a fight, it's in the trailer. And yeah, so we'll have to see what's going on with this battle damage, but it looks like it's from Wade with the sword slashes and the bullet holes. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, seeing them two fight is going to be worth all the money in the world. So from Deadpool updates, new look at Deadpool and Wolverine, we have another steal here. This is obviously when Deadpool comes to Logan when he's at the bar and tries to recruit him and tries to tell him what's going on, needs his help. And we've seen part of this in the trailer, but this is going to be so funny when they first meet on screen, and then Wade Wilson's trying to get his help, trying to get his attention, and Logan doesn't want to know, and they end up having a fight in the bar or something. And yeah, I think that's going to be a great scene that plays out. So Sean Levy directs Deadpool and Wolverine, which stars Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman. Basically the cast list here. So yeah, that's the cast list, guys. Have a pause and read the cast list if you don't already know the cast list. So we have cameos here as well. So the trades have confirmed that Jennifer Garner will reprise her role as Elektra. I never cared about the Elektra character. It was never really for me. I know a lot of people like the Elektra character, but for me, never really did much for me. Additionally, Wesley Snipes, obviously back as Blade. James Marsden, Cyclops from the Fox universe. Fam Jemison, obviously playing the X-Men character. Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, obviously as Magneto and Charles Xavier. Daphne Keane, X-23. Channing Tatum, Gambit, that's the one. Channing Tatum is Gambit. Blake Lively, I'm not sure who that is. And even singer Taylor Swift are among those rumored to make the appearance. Taylor Swift, yeah, that'd be interesting. People are still kind of speculating and theorizing as to who Taylor Swift is going to be playing if she's in fact in the movie. And a lot of people are speculating that she is. And it'll be interesting to see if she pops up and who she pops up as. So, and then we've just got the producers here. Again, guys, pause it and have a read if you want to see the producer list here. Deadpool and Wolverine hits theaters on July 26th. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. We got some brand new steals here. Like I say, it looks like here, they're kind of confused look on Hugh Jackman's face here, and then the kind of shocked posture of Deadpool. It looks as though they're looking at a character that they may not have seen for a long time, or maybe it's one of the cameo appearances. That's kind of my theory based on looking at this image. But I think the image is cool. I love the damage to the suit again. I think that looks cool. But yeah, and this picture here as well, I didn't talk about this picture before, but seeing Sean Levy and seeing Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, I mean, just looking at the laughter and kind of smiles on their face, it looks like they're having a great time making this movie. And I always say when actors are having a great time making the movie, it comes across to the audiences, and the audience have a great time as well. So yeah, I think everybody's going to have a great time with this movie. But guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. So it looks like record ticket sales. They're outpacing Deadpool 1 and 2. What do you think the opening box office weekend will be? Like me, do you think it's going to be around about 150 million for the opening weekend? Or do you think that it could potentially be higher, 200 million? Or perhaps somewhere in between, 170, 180? Whatever your, whatever your projections are, let me know, guys. Can't wait to hear about that. And drop your comments about this kind of story and what you think of Deadpool and Wolverine so far. What are you looking forward to? What are you not looking forward to? Whatever your thoughts are, can't wait to hear them as always, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next one.